G'day folks, it's the Maple Monkey here again with another Marvel United gameplay video for you, and this time we do actually have some core Marvel United gameplay coming at you. We're veering away from the homebrew stuff for a little while because here in Oz at least we've just had the Spider-Geddon I guess core set, the retail set, be released to retail over here. So it's finally arrived, finally landed. And yeah, so the folks in Australia are all pretty excited, and I've got some exciting news for this playthrough at least as well. From my local store, I was able to pick up an extra copy, which I have subsequently put into my school's gaming club, but also I was able to pick up a third copy because I thought it would be a fun thing to do, to basically sort of give one of these away to you lucky folks at home if you sort of enter a bit of a giveaway contest, and because I know there's quite a few folks waiting, apart from those lucky few who have been to some of the conventions lately. But I know that there's a lot of people maybe in the States and pretty much everywhere else in the world that hasn't been released yet. It's coming very soon, so this might be a bit of a moot point, this contest, but I thought, some folks might appreciate winning a copy, especially if you sort of weren't planning on sort of like being able to buy one for yourself at the moment, sort of thing. So yeah, so we'll have a bit of a competition with that. So pretty much similar to my previous competitions, we'll just I'll put a link to a Google form in the description, I guess, of this video, and then basically it'll just ask you sort of for a name that you'd like to be put into like the draw sort of thing. So like, when we do the spin the wheel, we've got a name to represent you, and I think the form actually asks for an email. I was asking for emails before, but I think the form itself just generates, like it sort of gives me your emails anyway when you sign into it. And the last thing is just I've got a sort of fun question about the Spider-Verse movies and who you'd like to see. There were lots of little cameos and Easter eggs, all in the background of that, plus some pretty major characters that aren't featured in this Spider-Geddon set, because it's, I guess, loosely Spider-Verse movies adjacent. It's not really exactly sort of based on them. So yeah, basically I just thought you guys could tell us, who you're missing. Who do we still need in the Spider-Verse from Marvel United? Because I don't think we have enough Spider characters yet, all 50,000 of them. But yeah, so that'll be pretty fun. And if you enter this competition, you're in a pretty good with a pretty good chance, because the last competition I ran, I had one entry, so that person won by default and won a bunch of the One Piece figures for the One Piece United stuff that we've been making in homebrew. So if things go like that, then you might be with a really good shot to win. So definitely be in it to win it, sort of thing. So and then I think I'll probably look at maybe sort of leaving this up to about the weekend, and I might do I'll do a live stream or something like that where we'll spin the wheel, sort of thing. So I'll leave the competition up till the weekend, and I'll post a message or something on the community page, sort of like letting you know when it's going to end, sort of thing. So yeah, anyway, so that's pretty cool. So let's get down to the table now, though. So we've got for you the first Maple Monkey playthrough with the Spider-Geddon stuff, and I couldn't go past Spot for my first villain. Milk Wazowski in the Marvel United Discord is a big fan of Spot, so I thought we'd champion Spot for the first battle, and I also was looking forward to painting him too and having a bit of fun with that too, because I thought my style probably doesn't really suit him, because it's probably not going to show off the white and black sort of thing too well, because of my sort of very dark shade, or shadows and stuff that I do. But I thought it'd be a fun challenge to paint anyway, with all those spots all over him. So yeah, so sort of raced through getting him painted, and so he's going to be, I'll just show him a bit closer there so you can see maybe what I'm talking about. Had a lot of folk, I don't know if it's trypophobia or trypophobia or something, the fear of the sort of like porous surfaces or something like that. I had a lot of people in the comments on Facebook horrified by this paint job. They were sort of I think having conniptions, but that was pretty cool. So, but yeah, so he's a fun one to paint. So hope to see lots of different paint jobs from people, showing off their stuff. And definitely, if you want to show off some of your paint jobs, check out the Maple Monkey community page where we've got a small and dedicated group of people showing off their paint jobs and just having a bit of a chat in there too. So feel free to join us. But so that's Spot there. So we're going to have him. And I thought, since Andrew Fantasia is a big fan of Scarlet Spider, we'll feature him. I was looking forward to using this guy. He looks kind of cool. So we'll use Scarlet Spider. We've got Silk as well. I have no idea who Silk is or what she's got to do with anything, but I like how she's jumping over that, tombstone sort of thing. Another one of those sort of jumping models, so I really like that. So I thought, yeah, we'll use her. And we also have, now unfortunately he's probably not going to show up very well here on the camera since he's undercoated. He's all black at the moment, but another one I'm excited to sort of try and get to the painting table as well. Spider-Punk, he's such a cool character in the movie recently, and seems like a cool character from the comics, I guess. I'm not really familiar with him, but yeah, it looks really cool. So really fun model, and I'm hoping he's got some fun rules as well. I'm sure he does. But that's the team of 3 we're going to be taking up against old Spot here. So yeah, let's have a look at how Spot works. I'll have a look at his dash first so we can set up the rest of his stuff here. So you can see here he's got very low health. He's got 2 health, 3 and 4 depending on the player count, so we'll be coming in with 3 health. However, before we check the rest of this out, let's flip on over here. So with his special setup, we place 1 random Spot token face up in each location. Place a number of crisis tokens on Spot's dashboard based on the number of heroes. So we're going to be going with 3 heroes, so we've got 4 crisis tokens. So we'll see what that means in a second. But you'll notice these Spot tokens, I don't know if these are showing up very well here, but we've got a bunch of these Spot tokens which come on the punch board, and I'm sure there'll be some really nice plastic tokens for those of you who got that from the Kickstarter. But on the back of these they have A through to F, I think it is. So they help sort of randomize different locations. And in fact, when we've been going through the homebrew, we've got a few characters that I think use that sort of stuff. I know with Garp, Admiral Garp, or Vice Admiral Garp's villain battle, I've got a similar thing where you put out a random cannonball sort of tokens that represent 1 through 6 rather than A to F. So yeah, so it's kind of fun to see that there's a similar sort of mechanic here. So I'm going to flip these over now. So we've got A, C, and you can see that these make quite a random sequential order. So F, okay, we've got E over here, and we have D, okay, and we've got B. All right, so A, B, D, E, F, C. Now I know my ABCs. All right, so then we've done that, so we'll flip that back over. We will be placing those crisis tokens on here as well, but let's have a look at what they actually do. So if there are any crisis tokens here, when Spot would take 1 damage, remove 1 crisis token instead, and move Spot to the location with the next Spot token in alphabetical order, and with no heroes. Now, each damage is resolved separately. So essentially what that means is there's going to be 4 in this game, 4 crisis tokens, which are a bit like extra health for him. However, or like shields, I guess. However, because you resolve each damage separately, so if you go to attack him with like 4 punches that turn, you're going to do 1 punch, and then he's going to jump away to a spot that's vacant where no heroes are, and essentially he's going to avoid all the rest of that damage. Now I'm sort of thinking it through, and I guess there are situations where you might sort of hit him with an attack that can be against a person in your location or adjacent, and you can sort of spread them out like that. So you might get lucky where you hit him with one of them, he jumps across, happens to end up sort of adjacent to you, and then you can hit him again with another one of your attacks, reducing his crisis tokens. But yeah, you can see he's going to be pretty hard to sort of pin down. So that's pretty cool. Now, let's see, with no heroes, yep. Okay, so then the other thing he's got is when a hero is KO'd, before activating his BAM, additionally draw a master plan card and add it face down to the storyline. So not only does he not only does he have the normal BAM effect, but he has the other normal BAM effect that a lot of the villains have to replace it. So he has both. So basically he gets to BAM again and place an extra master plan card out in the storyline. So you can see that could really spiral out of control. And then A is the next spot after F. So if you're sort of cycling around, you've got to go from F, you go back to A sort of thing. So, alrighty then. Now, BAM. Let's see what his BAM does. So he deals a damage to one hero in his location. If there are no heroes there, deal 1 damage to one hero in the location with the next spot token in alphabetical order and with any heroes. So, as far as I can tell, alright, if I wrap my head around this, so even if that next location, so one hero in the location with the next spot token, even if that one's empty, you just keep going until, because it says and with any hero. So basically you're going to keep, I think this is right, you're going to keep going around. So pretty much if he's BAMing, someone's getting hit. Alright, now bear that in mind because we've got something else coming up in a second. So if one or more civilian or thug tokens can't be added to a location, deal 1 damage to each hero in that location. So you do not want to be stuck with a big group of them in a spot that's about to overflow. Alright, that's bad. And then if we have a look, oh, I haven't put out the tokens, we'll have to do that. Ooh, my apologies. If we have a look at his threats now, he's got 2 different threats. He's got 3 copies of each. Let's have a look at this first one. This says, what does it say? Attack from the spotted dimension. As long as this threat is in play, damage dealt to heroes during the villain turn is unpreventable. So if you're thinking, oh, well, that's not too bad because, yeah, he might be hitting someone every turn, but he's really only doing like 1 damage. We'll just take a tank that can absorb that. Well, nope, he says nope. So as long as this threat is in play, he is hitting you. And there are 3 of these, so you've got to clear all 3 before you can be protected from his BAMs by having some sort of, damage prevention thing. So, yikes. So he's got 3 of those. You can see they require heroics to clear. So there's, let's have a look. There's 1 here, 1 over here, and 1 over here. Yep, same thing. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and then in the other locations we have, whoopsie daisy, we have You Can't Escape. So he's got 3 copies of these. If overflow is triggered in this location and there are no heroes here, deal 1 damage to 1 hero in any location. Okay, so yep, you don't want overflows happening. You don't want the threat sticking around. He's pretty energetic old spot. He's bouncing around, hitting you all the time. So, but yeah, he's ready to go. We've got our heroes. Now I've just set these out. I don't really know if I don't think I've got any characters, or I don't think there's any villain effects that use these, but I just popped them out just in case I need them, because I realised I don't have these from any of the other sets. This is just a little counter to show that you have to play cards randomly from your hand, I think. So we know that's been an effect in a few characters recently, sort of thing, and so now we've got an actual token to help remind us about that. Okay, so let's set up his health. He's got the 3 health. He's got his 4 tokens. What a jerk. Okay, there we go. Old spot. There we go. Now, yep, we've done all that. Well, let's just set these up then. So let's have a look. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is not good. The Great Weaver Temple has only 1 space free before it overflows, so that's going to be a bit problematic. Luckily it doesn't have a You Can't Escape on it, so that's, I guess, not bad. But still, we've got, I better talk you through the locations actually. So we have, let's have a look. We've got Horizon Labs. Now I don't know much about Horizon Labs from the stories or the movies or anything, but I'm pretty sure if I picked up something from the movie, it was that Spot was like the victim of some sort of experiment. Whether it was himself doing the experimenting or not, I'm not sure, but I figured, oh, well, let's put him in a lab. That sounds like he's, you know, some sort of science experiment gone wrong, so we'll put him over there to start with. And I think I've forgotten how many of these games I've done now, so for those of you who might just be joining, you know, this is the first time you've watched one of my super quality videos. I'm not really setting up the villain's starting spot and stuff, I think, like you're supposed to. I think you're supposed to sort of either pick a spot for you guys to start and then he goes there or something, I don't know. But I just like to pick a spot that seems thematic and then put another thematic spot opposite it and then randomize the other ones and see how you go. But yeah, that's what I like to do. We've got a couple of civilians here, so we've got civilians. Yep. All right, we're all good. So let's have a look. We've got Horizon Labs. We've got Loom World. Now, I don't know much about Loom World, but it looks all sort of weird, and so I'm wondering if that's like maybe where they go into in the movie, where there's all the different other Spider-Man or something. I'm not really sure, but anyway, might have something more to do with not the movie itself, but more to do with some of the characters from this set. We've got the Great Weaver Temple. It sounds pretty scary and ominous. We've got Parker Residence. I thought that'd be a fun one to start at. We've got Japan, and we have Las Vegas. So I thought, oh, I'll have some travel locations over here. That'll be fine. Go on a bit of a holiday. Oh, and I thought I'm quite happy that we've got another colour. This is not really in the game we're using, but we've got another colour for a little tracker thing. We've got a little white one, so that'll be fun. Now, our characters you might see over here, I don't know if they're in shot, but I've taken the double wilds out of both Scarlet Spider and Spider-Punk's decks because they are both coming in with some equipment. So the new equipment cards are in play with this core set. So essentially, to put these in your deck, or put them in with your character, you need to remove a double wild card. And it's funny with the web shooters, like all the Spider-Men, they all have pretty much like the same equipment. So a lot of them do. So the web shooters do the same thing. So even though this is a specific one for Scarlet Spider, it's the same rules as the one for Spider-Punk as well. So essentially what web shooters do is you can use them on your turn. It gives you a movement, or you can move a civilian or thug token from an adjacent location to your location. So if you get sort of like caught out and you're like, oh man, I've got a wasted sort of punch I could be using to take out a thug or something, but I just don't have the movement, you can bring them in, or you could use a movement to get where you need to go. Maybe you're trying to chase down the big bad at the end or something like that. So and then you only get to use that once, and then you have to turn it face down. Whoops, let's do it again. Like that. And then this is unusable now until you can recharge it. So at the beginning of your turn, so I've got to remember that, at the beginning of your turn, discard one action token to turn this face up. So if you don't have any way of generating action tokens, you're out of luck. So you only get to use it once. So there we go, we'll pop that there. Scarlet Spider, he's got a starting hand card, so we'll have a look at this. It is, what does it say? Spider Sense. Gain a wild token. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, you may discard any number of wild tokens to ignore the same amount of damage. So some damage prevention, except in the case of Spot, he's going to prevent us from using that successfully until we can clear some of those locations, or those threats I should say. We also have, actually you know what, before we get into her, let's shuffle his deck up. Okay. Oop-a-doop-a-doo. Oopsie. Alright, great shuffling. Alright, one, two. And see what else he's got for his starting hand. He's got a single movement. That's a fantastic card. Really lots of nuance to what you can do with that. Fantastic. And, wow, even more straightforward, a single punch. So there you go. That's our devastating opening hand for Scarlet Spider. Spot is trembling in his boots. But I guess interesting, in this one, having your big sort of double attacks and things around at the end for Spot, at least when you're trying to get rid of his crisis tokens, won't be as useful, right? You want sort of maybe just the single punches to be more efficient. Anyway, let's have a look at, I'm not really sure how that's all going to play out, but we'll see. We've got some Silk cards. I'll shuffle this and just draw one more since she's got two starting hand cards. So we only need one more. Okay, let's see what we get. Is it a single movement? Now, Silk has all, I am playing on normal difficulty mode, so, as I always do. We going to have her double wilds in the deck, so she has that because she doesn't have any equipment. So we'll have a look what she's got here. She's got a single heroic. Well, that gives us a few options there, doesn't it, across our hero turns. But here are her starting cards. So she's got the organic webbing. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, if there are no movement at the bottom of the latest 2 hero cards, so I'm guessing, okay, so this would be down in play when that happens, so it's this card and the previous one. So as long as, sorry, it's not this one, it's whichever, you know, whenever it's her turn, it's the card that she's placed down. Yeah. Okay, so it's not the previous 2 heroes, it's her card plus the hero behind her. If there are no movements there, she gets to perform 1 free movement on her turn. So basically she's always going to get to use at least 1 movement, even if she doesn't have one across her cards, I think is what that's saying. Alright, correct me if I'm wrong. And that's a wild there. Alright, this one, ooh, that's a bit of nothing, isn't it? What does it do? As long as this card is face up in the storyline, once per villain turn, excuse me, if a villain ends their movement in your location, you may immediately move to an adjacent one. If you do, ignore the first damage you would take that turn. Seems very powerful in a defensive sense, but considering the situation, I wonder if that's as useful as it might be. Interesting, alright, because considering you're not going to get anything out of your turn if you play that, I wonder if that's one we maybe won't be prioritizing. I don't know. We'll have to see how we feel when it comes up. Alright, and we're shuffling up for old Spider-Punk. Now, Spider-Punk doesn't have any starting hand cards, so we'll just see what we get. He does have some pretty cool cards, but let's see what we have. We've got a single punch. Oh, here we go. Oh, we've got a couple of cards here. So he's got Search and Destroy. Move to any location with a henchman or villain, then punch there. Okay. And then punch again. Oh, interesting. So you could punch. If you happen to end up in his location, you could punch. And then when he jumps away, you could then follow him using this effect and punch him. Plus you could also use it before the end game when you're trying to take down thugs and stuff as well, but that's interesting. Angry Heart. Perform as many punches as the number of civilians in your current location. Ooh, boy, if you... that could be good. Definitely good for clearing thugs if there's like a big amount of thugs and civilians. But also, I mean, that'd be great for like taking out like a henchman threat and stuff as well if there's lots of civilians there. Good for Spot once we get through his crisis tokens, I guess. Okay, interesting. Well, lots of stuff to think about there, and let's get into the game. I think we've got everything else set up. We've got our 4 tokens, we've got his 3 health, got our thugs and civilians out. His deck is set up. We'll better shuffle that up too, and we are good to go. All right, Mr. Spotty Spot. We've got our threat tokens here as well. Okay, I think we're looking good. Let's get down to the table. So, or we could just get down, start dancing, I don't know. But, oh, no, it's not Hero's turn, it is Spot's turn. What's he going to do? All right, Spot. Now, I painted you up very politely, so I would like you to take it easy on me today. All right, so let's see. See if he's going to oblige. 1 card. So, what's he got there? He's got some sort of... I saw some text there with his movement, so he's going to do something funky. I'm guessing it's got to do with the... what do we call those things? The spot tokens. And he's got some bamming I saw as well. So let's have a look. Alright, so he's going to move to the location with the beat. Are you kidding me? Well, I guess he was going to go... I guess he was going to hit us at some point, wasn't he, if he's bamming, because I think that's what that does. Alright, so he's going to move to B. Boom, 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 boom. Over he comes. Alright, hello. He says, hello. I heard you wanted me to take it easy on you. Okay, so he's then going to bam. Then he's going to place civilians on either side. He's going to put a thug and a civilian down. So let's, where's our starting spot? Over here. Alright. Let's pop these over here. And let's read his ban again so I remember what's happening here. If a crisis token to note, that's when he takes damage. Alright, deal 1 damage to 1 hero in his location. If there are no heroes there, deal 1 to... Yeah, okay, so we're dealing 1 damage. Alright, so who can take this hit? I guess in the interests of... I mean, we could get rid of the Silk Sense card, but that might be handy coming up later, but... I mean, these guys, they've got a couple of sort of... You know what might be handy is having some movement later on to sort of catch him. So maybe if we cycle that to the bottom, maybe Scarlet Spider can take a hit. Let's have old... is it Ben? Is it Uncle Ben who is Scarlet Spider? Is that how that works? I don't know. Yeah, let's have Scarlet Spider take the hit. Alright. Okay. He does have some sort of like healing-y type of abilities, or, you know, damage prevention, so he potentially, if we can get rid of some of these other things, he could be pretty tough. But I feel like we're going to get KO'd before we can take all of these things out. I think we're going to take a couple of KOs here. Alright. So that happened, so he did some damage, bingo. There's no other bans that are triggered. That was unpreventable, and... Now, oh, here we go, so we're going to put the tokens out. So, we've got 1 thug. Oh man, we're already full in 2 locations. I didn't realise that the Parker residence, even though it was still 2 away from being filled up, it's only a 3 spot, isn't it? So, and we've got a couple of civilians over here, so this is now full as well. Criminy. Okay, and we've got this one is getting close. Lots of civilians in Japan. Okay. Well, I guess the heroes are going to have a turn. So, old Scarlet Spider. Oh, he's got some moving heroics. So, right. Interesting. We could put this Spider Sense down, gain a wild token, and as long as this story is face up, you may discard any number of wild tokens to ignore. How else do we get wild tokens? I wonder if these spots give us wild tokens. I probably should have researched what the locations did. Okay, where am I going to get wild tokens from? All right, what are we doing here? You know what? If I do this one now, starting hand card. Again, this damage prevention one. I mean, unless that's useful for us, this one's not that great. It's just a movement, really. So maybe we won't use that one. Maybe that can be one that we can take a hit with later on, and then it might become more valuable later. In which case, maybe we should have dropped that one earlier. But maybe let's do this. All right, we'll do a move and a heroic, and I'd like to. What's he going to do? I'd like to maybe get over here to sort of start clearing this away. And I'd also like to work on this. Let's put 1 heroic on this location so someone else can start working on it. Then let's jump into this location and hope someone can rescue a civilian here. Yeah, that's maybe my plan. Alright, so Silk, you're going to draw a card. Oh, there we go, we've got a double wilds. So they might be handy. What was that one? She's got 1. Okay, organic. This might be good to get the organic webbing out though, so she can always move. She's got the double wild. That's not bad. Maybe save that for next round. Let's get this organic webbing out. So let's go a wild. Let's maybe use the wild to put a token out here. What are we getting Spider-Punk? He's got punches and stuff, so he's got at least 1. He can use the wild to finish this off, can't he? So let's maybe use Silk to use her wild to place the heroic here. Then use the movement. Now she doesn't get her free movement because she's already got a movement here, but that's okay. She's got one movement. She's going to jump in here, and she's going to then use her heroic. Instead of working on this one, I think we need to just think about clearing that off a little bit, just to sort of stop the potential overflow. Even though we could still get an overflow, that's alright, we'll see what happens. And then last turn before the villain goes, we've got Spider-Punk. Now I've got to remember I've got these web shooters, but I think I want to save them for maybe when we're chasing him down. I don't know, we'll see. I think I just drew the single punch, I think is what I just drew there. Let's see what else we got. Well, I either drew the single punch or a single punch. Alright, so, and we've got Angry Heart. Move to any location with a henchman or villain, then punch there. Perform as many punches as the number of civilians. Again, not super great in this situation, so we might just use the single punch. So what we're going to do, we're not off to a huge start here, are we? But alright, let's see how we're going. Let's use the heroic to clear this location. Oh, Mr. is it Ben Riley, or what's his, or is it Ben Parker? What's his name? I don't know. Alright, we'll put that there. Where am I getting Riley from? I don't know. So we'll put that there. We've cleared a threat. Apologies for the rambling sort of commentary here. Put that there. That was the wild, and then the punch is going to take out this thug. Okay. Now, how many thugs are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 more of those. How many civilians? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got enough civilians actually. If we focus on civilians, that's probably what we want to do. But, you know, depending on the situation, we'll have a look at that. But at this stage, if we focus on civilians, we're going to be able to complete that mission. Whereas if we rely on thugs, the thugs haven't come out yet, but I'm sure that will change. Okay, so we've done that. And it says if you have 1 or 2 cards in hand, you may draw 1 card. So it's not a full healing location. So if you've only got 1 card in hand, you sort of slowly heal up. Alright, so we'll bear that in mind. And that's pretty much it. So, alright, Spot, what are you up to? Okay. Hopefully I'm holding that long enough. Hopefully I'm holding it in focus range. Okay. So it's another movement. Okay, so it's pretty much the same card, but he's moving to D instead. So where... Oh my... Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. So he's... I said take it easy on me. Alright, so he's going to D. This is bad for all sorts of reasons. Alright, so he's doing a single hit on one of us. You know what? This time I'm going to take it on Silk. Yeah, I'm going to take it on Silk. I'm going to lose that card, I think. I'm going to lose this Silk Sense thing. Alright. And that might be a mistake, but we'll see. We'll see. Now. Yeah, so she takes a hit. That was the BAM. Okay. Now here's the issue. He's going to overflow, and I think they're all going to take a hit, both of them. Oh no, yeah, they're both... Good thing I didn't choose Ben then, because I think they're both going to be down to 1 health. Because he's going to place 1 civilian on either side. Yikes. Yikes. Oh no, hold on, over here. Oh, it's back to full again. Well, he can do a really cool Angry Heart thing, but unfortunately there's no one for him to punch here. And he's going to put 1 thug in. He wants to put an extra civilian down. He can't do that, so there's an overflow, and I believe the overflow is do 1 damage to each hero. Oof. Okay. Alright, what's the situation for Scarlet Spider here? Well, considering we can get a wild token here, although maybe doing some punches would be good. No, let's do the wild token so maybe we can use that to clear this location or something. So I'm going to put the single punch underneath. There we go. So he's taken an extra damage, and Silk is about to take an extra damage too. We'll lose the single heroic so that we can keep our double wild and at least have a bit more of a decent round than we might have otherwise had. Okay, wow, that was harsh. All right, 2 characters, one health away. Now we could step back in here to do some healing, but then we're also in a location that's full up and okay, so all right, so let's see, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We want to clear these spots. Ooh, great responsibility. What is going on here? 2 heroics for each civilian rescued with this special effect. At the end of your turn, gain a wild token. Right. We are wanting to focus on the civilians, aren't we? So I was really wanting to focus on that, but if we can... Ooh, Spider Sense. If we can jump in here, I can rescue 2, I can heal up, and I can gain some tokens. And he wants tokens, doesn't he? Yeah, with this thing. Right. Maybe we do that. Alright, Mr. Scarlet Spider. What did Punchy Man give you? He gave you a punch. Well, there you go, that makes sense. He gave you a punch. So, Scarlet Spider is going to use 1 punch to take out that thug. That's going to lower that spot there. Then I'm going to dive into this location with the movement. I'm going to use 2 heroics to rescue 2 civilians. Like a boss, and then I'm going to... No, I'm not taking those, I'm taking... Is it 2 or 1? At the end of your turn, gain 1. So great responsibility. For each thing you rescued with this special effect, at the end of your turn, gain a wild token. So I'm also going to... So I did that, moved in, cleared that spot of a few spaces. I get to heal 1 card, so there we go. We've got a double punch. Okay, I'm not really near anyone for a double punch next turn though, that's not great. What was I going to do? Get a wild token. There we go. Alright. There you go, Mr. Scarlet Spider. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Alright, let's get a move on. We have... This is pretty good. We've got to do a few more of these threats though, don't we? Alright, Silk, speaking of threats and all sorts of things. So, what have we got? We've got a movement here, and she's drawn herself a movement. Okay, so much complaining. Alright, double wild. Let's do it. So, what is she going to do with the double wild? She could put 2 spots on here. Okay. And then she could jump away to heal. Now the problem with that is then we're not spread out and we're not sort of working on things, but we do need to get in this direction to deal with at least this one. I figure no point sitting here. She can always move anyway if she needs to go back there. Maybe one of the others can go back as well. And if she moves over here, in fact, actually, Spider-Punk can head over this way anyway. So yeah, she can head back here and she can heal, because that's the name of the game, right? For this turn, heal up, because we got knocked around last turn, so I think that's right. So she's just put 2 heroics down there. She doesn't really need to do any more with the overflows here. She's going to come over here, and we have... she's got herself an extra wild there, so that's a bit better than a single movement, I guess. Okay. Now, Spider-Punk, what are you doing, buddy? You're on full health, aren't you? So he's got his Angry Heart. He's got his single punch, and then he's got his Search and Destroy. I think I want to try and hold on to those, if I can. I sort of wish I'd got them later in the game, so I'm not sort of like... holding on to them. Ooh, Anarchy in the UK. What is this? Or sorry, no, it's not Anarchy in the UK. It's Anarchy in Earth something something something. Alright, so what is it, 138? I'll hold that there, hopefully you can read that. Alright, what's it saying? Punch in up to 3 locations with any civilians, then just... Ooh. Oh no, that's problematic, isn't it? Sounds amazing, right? I could go punch, punch, punch. But then I have to discard 1 civilian from each of those locations. And if that's the case, sounds great, right? Because then less likely to overflow. But I don't need movement. I do yet. But then do I have enough civilians to complete the mission if I get rid of 3 of them? So if I were to get rid of 1, 2, 3, that would leave me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not enough to complete it. I mean, hopefully we would get some more civilians coming out at some point, though, right? So this could really clear the board a bit for us for now, make things a little less stressful. Is it worth it? Surely we're going to see, please? Surely we're going to see at least 1 more civilian come out. Because we're not going to get him vulnerable yet, right? So we've got a bit of time, I think. I think so. I think this might be good. Alright, let's try it. Alright, so what do we want? And when do we want it? Alright, so we have... He's got this, so we need at least 1 of these to be a movement to head over here. He does have a wild though, so we could use that potentially. So let's maybe do this. Let's use 1 of the wilds to rescue this civilian. Let's then use the other wild to move. Let's clear this location. Right. With the heroic. So far so good, nothing seems to be broken here. I think I'm playing within the rules. That's 2 threats cleared. This says you may discard a card from your hand to the bottom of your deck to gain a star and a punch. I am standing next to a healing location, so potentially that's not a bad idea. Is that crazy? It sounds pretty crazy, but it sounds pretty good too. Alright, so let's think about that for down the track, but let's have a look. Punch in up to 3 locations with any civilians. So there's 1 here. This is probably a good one. Let's punch here, so that's 1. Discard, so that this will help us keep track of how many we've done. So 1. This is filling up, isn't it? So 1, do a punch over here. So that was a can't escape spot too. That's probably good to do it in, because they're the ones when they overflow it's bad, right? You can't escape, you can't escape. No, we can't help with that one. But wait. Oh wait, this one. Is this the one? What did I grab? Did I just grab an extra one from here? I don't think so. No, nothing's gone over there, right? So, I could do it here because this is a you can't escape spot. So if that overflows, that's bad. But I could also do it here to protect me from any overflows happening here. Yeah, let's maybe do that. What do we think? What do we think? Because if I take a hit now, yeah, let's do that one. Let's go here. Oh, sorry. Here and here. Although the other thing is now that civilian's all the way over there. You know what? Let's live dangerously. This could come back to bite us. Well, we're still going to punch a thug, but we're going to take it from here. So let's put him back. And we'll put him back. And we'll take this guy. There we go. Wait, what's happening now? Why do I have an extra guy here? Well, maybe there were... I thought there was just 2. What's happening? What have I done? Uh-oh. Did this one already have one rescued, maybe? Yeah, maybe I had already rescued that many. I think that's right. Oh, goodness, I could be cheating there, but I was like, there was definitely only 2 here, right? So there's definitely 2. So if I punch the guy, take him off from there, I've discarded 3. Where are they going? Okay. And I think I discarded 1 from here. Oh, hold on. There would have been 1 thug there we punched. That's the other one, yep. There would have been 2 thugs. Oh yeah, we punched 1 and then there would have been a civilian there. So we got 1 from there, 1 from here, 1 from here. Yeah, there should have only been 3. This was 2. Oh, did I take 1 from here? Oh no, oh that's right, yeah, I punched 1 at the beginning. Oh, phew. Alright, sorry. Sorry guys, alright. Yeah, all good. So I think we're good. We moved. We rescued, sorry, that's where that extra 1 came from. We moved, and we did a heroic here to clear that. Then we did the 3 punches, and we cleared 3 civilians. And now we're going to discard a card. Let's discard a single punch. Try and keep these in our hand. This could be dangerous. I mean, we're going to have to, I mean, if we lose them, we lose them. But that's going to then give us a punch and a heroic, which could be handy. Alright, and we've still got our spider webby things too. Web shooters. Okay, I'm going to try and hold on to them. Now, it is Spot's turn. So how are we thinking? What do we think, guys? Are we liking the way Spot works? Are we liking the way the characters are working? Are we thinking my strategy is terrible? What? Oh. Alright, pay attention, Daniel. Flip it around. There we go. Okay. Do you like the way I'm holding up the cards? Alright. My goodness. Okay. Interesting. Alright, just remind Spider-Punk to head back here to heal himself up. He's probably going to need to go over here and do something instead. Alright, we have moved to the location with F. So we've got to remember someone's getting hit though, right? Oh, now the thing is, it could still be, I guess it could be, it's going to depend on the sequential order of the thingies, isn't it? So where are we? Spot. He's going to move to F. He's going to bam there. So, he wants to damage there, he doesn't, so then he looks sequentially. So then it goes A, that doesn't work, then he goes to B, I think. Yep. Alright, so, oh, interesting. Alright, oh boy, okay. So, it's going to have to be one of these 2. And luckily they just healed up, so, let's get rid of the single movement for Silk, since she can always do her normal movements anyway, with that other card that she's got. So, problem for her is she's not going to want to stay there in her turn, so she can't heal up. Alright, well. Oh, and he's got to place out some tokens, doesn't he? Well, good thing we cleared from here, because this is where he's dropping a bunch of stuff, so at least that saved us a bit of time. Oh, these escaping places aren't great. Alright, so he's putting, sorry, 1 here. So 1 thug and 1 civilian in this spot. Oh, it's Dr. Doom. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's a little minis from Mars chucking a few little Easter egg thugs and civilians. I don't know if I'm holding it in the right spot, but yeah, a little Dr. Doom. Little Doombot, and he's putting thugs, I think, isn't he, on the other side? That one's thugs, so he's putting a thug on this side and a thug on this side. Alright, so trouble is if we try and get rid of these unpreventable ones, then we're also running the risk of leaving a bunch of you can't escape places out when they overflow, so that's Decisions. Alright, so Mr. Riley's got a wild here, and he's got himself a wild thingy. And where is he? He's over here, so the double punch isn't going to be great. He's been given a heroic, so that's, I mean, if he does anything in this location, that's useless, so he really needs to move. So really all I can do is move and do a heroic if I play that as a thingy, or I could play the Spider Sense card now, which is a move. So I feel like that's, maybe this is the time to play that. I've got to remember this as well. I've got my wild token, but I kind of want to... Although, if I save that, maybe I don't... I mean, I could save it for this. Interesting. But yeah, I might save it. I don't know. Hunting down spot, I don't know. We've got a movement. What can we do with our turn if we... So we've got a movement and a heroic. So we could jump in. Not great. Not a lot going on there. We could... Oh, he's a little multiple man. Is that multiple man? Yeah. I think so. Yeah, little multiple man. Alright. We could rescue multiple man with our heroic and maybe use the star, the wild, to clear that spot there, you know, that heroic space. I think that's not a bad idea. Then Silk is going to draw a card. She gets a punch and a heroic. And I've got a movement. So she can move here and take both of these guys off the board. Or she could move here and waste thingy. Or we could just use the wild. I think maybe let's save that for down the track. Although we're getting pretty close to clearing these. I mean, maybe clearing that's not a bad idea. Well, if we give a wild, that gives potential for Spider-Punk maybe to move over to here, like with an extra movement or something as well. So let's maybe do that. Alright, let's do the wild. Let's head over here. She can move in wild. So are we going to rescue or are we going to place a token? I think let's rescue just to keep overflows from happening, right? Yeah. Yep. So I've got to rescue 1, 2, 3 more civilians. There are 3 more civilians, that's fine. I've got to rescue 4 or defeat 4 thugs. There are enough thugs now too, so that's another option. But speaking of options, we've got the punch and the heroic, so I mean I could just Spider-Punk can just wail on those guys and that's job done. We're drawing a card. So we have a move and a heroic. Oh, that's kind of perfect. I don't want to use these yet, so I might use the move and heroic. We've got the wild, so I'm going to use the punch and the star there to take out both of those. Although, if I stay away from here, if he's overflowing, it only affects people in that spot, right? And the you can't escape only affects there, so I'm not really too worried about this place. If I don't come back to here, I'm not really worried about it overflowing. So maybe I leave the thug there, save the punch token for later. Like a genius. Okay, and then I'm going to use the 2 movement. Okay, oh gosh, talking myself up here. Oh goodness, hold on a second. We're all in the same spot, but I guess at least we're not going to, I doubt we're going to overflow here, right? Okay, we certainly are sticking together though, aren't we? I guess it gives us a bit of free rein to choose who's taking hits and stuff when he does damage to us. So we moved across, and we're going to use that heroic on our card to do one more spot there. Oh, now the other option is I could clear this location, but then I'd have to come back here anyway to rescue that civilian, so I think that's better. Alright, we are good, I think. Yes, and I've got a movement and a heroic for Spider Dude, so he can, as opposed to all the other Spider Dudes, but Scarlet Spider, so he can, at least we know he can clear this, or rescue this guy. Yep, okay. Let's see what Spot is going to do. See if he can foil us. Alright, we still haven't even really encountered this bit where we make him vulnerable and have to get through all these endless crisis tokens. Let's try and make him vulnerable as quick as we can. We've got to get through 2 more of these, don't we? What have we got there? It's a move. It's a. Oh, did I hold that up long enough? My apologies. I don't know if I did. He's going to move to C, whatever that means. And he's going to bam, and he's going to put the thug heavy ones out. So C is here. Ooh, okay. So where? He's over here. So he's going to do a punch to someone. Someone is taking a hit. Problem is, he's not coming over here and dropping stuff over here to make it worthwhile for us to go over here and heal. Oof. Alright, so let's see. What are we going to do? Maybe Silk goes back this way to heal. Maybe I kind of want to keep those. Maybe I just lose this single wild. Yeah, maybe I'll lose the double punch actually. But then save that for later when maybe Spot, we've cleared some of these, the double punch might come up. So that's my thinking. We'll see how that turns out. So Scarlet Spider takes the hit. That's right, isn't it? Deal 1 damage to 1 hero in his location. If there are no, deal 1 damage to 1 hero in the location. Yeah, so we can choose. So 1 hero, yep, done. Then he's putting his tokens out. We're going to have 3 of the thugs. 1, 2. Oh, at least there's a thug over here for someone to punch. 3 and 1. And 1 of these, yep. So 1 here. So that is now full up in Las Vegas. The high rollers have hit the tables. Alright, so Scarlet Spider, your turn. You are going to... Ooh, okay, so we're getting the stars out when we need them, right? Because we need to race through these stars. We've got to rescue a bunch of guys and put out 4 of these stars. So this is... I'm liking this. This is good. We'll put that back there. Let's just do some cool stuff now. So we are putting 1 heroic down here. And that is going to... Oh, I wonder if that's what we should do, actually. Let's have a think about it before I read that. Because we're going to want to move on with Scarlet Spider, aren't we? Or do we want to heal? No, surely. Surely not. Surely we've got to keep going. We can afford maybe to take a couple of hits here, right? Potentially. Although, see, now we're in the position where a bunch of us are KO close, right? So then if he bams us, and then he gets to bam again, so that's 2 characters down, that's 2 cards. Oh, so maybe we do need to keep ourselves a bit healed up. Because what I was thinking is we can use 1 of the heroics to rescue. Let's do it this way. 1 heroic to rescue. 1 heroic to clear. So that's our 2 heroics. And then, as much as we don't get to use that then, oh, that would be good too. But then let's use it to move Scarlet Spider back. We're a bit out of the way here, but hopefully we can clear things in time. Yeah, we've cleared that. Have we? Because there was only 1 left, so we had to, yeah, rescue and clear. That's fine. So we've done that. Okay, we're sort of wasting a movement, but I feel like that's okay. So then we heal. Let's take 1 more card. We get a move and a punch. Alright. How close can we get him vulnerable? So we've got to get 1 more civilian, which is here. And 1 more, and 3 more of these. So we've got to do let's concentrate on these first then, I guess, and then see if we can roll him over in Spider-Punk's turn, maybe. Maybe. Alright. So we've given a move and a star. Oh, sorry, we cleared that, didn't we? What am I doing? Cleared and put that there, sorry. And this, okay, I should have read what this does. If there are at least 2 empty slots, which there are in this location, you can choose to add 2 more to gain either a move, a star, or a punch. So it's a bit like, you know, the Hanger Bay, but you have to add baddies to it. So I don't think we're going to do that. And also, we didn't end our location in that spot, so we're definitely not going to do that, but we're going to heal here. That was good. So now it's Silk's turn. She's got a single card. Is she... Ooh, she's got Spider Agility. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Could she... This is amazing if she can do this. What an amazing card. Alright, what I was thinking is she's also got the punch and star here, right? So she could step in. She's got a star. She's got the star here, so she could jump in, do 2 stars and punch a guy. Great. Or, hear me out, she could... I really then want to start spreading out though, because he's going to be bouncing all over the place, isn't he? And we might end up nowhere near him. But I think I need to heal. Until I can get rid of these, I need to heal. So, right. Oh, Ben spent his wild token. Oh, Ben. Should have saved it for a rainy day. Okay. You are going to Silk, and you got rid of your... See, now I've cleared these things just about, but I've thrown away all my damage prevention stuff. Oopsie. See, now I'm going to dive in here. With 1 movement, I'm going to play a heroic. Oh, this is problematic though. Because if I play this... Oh, interesting, hold on. Because what I was thinking is I play this, right? So I go 1 movement, put the star down. Then I've got this card, I can put another star down. Put it on 2. Then I can... move 2 more, 1, 2, come back here and heal. Fantastic. But I'd need 2 heroics to finish him off, and then he doesn't have any heroics here, which is not good. And I'd have to rely on drawing like 2 heroics to be able to clear it, but I still think that's worth it to heal myself potentially, because I'm close, right? In theory. Okay. So let's do it anyway. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're putting the 2 out, moving there. We're good. Now she's healing, so she's going to draw another card, and she gets a single punch. Not super useful. Okay, and we're going to have enough movement to get back here to deal with this though. Alright, Spider-Punk, it might be up to you, buddy. You have to draw a card at the beginning of your turn and see what you get. You've got a wild. Okay, well it's not amazing, but wouldn't it be good if it was, I could jump in here. It's still pretty good. I can finish this off, right? And that's going to make him... Because either way, if I do this or if I do this, I'm going to make him vulnerable, but that's okay. If I do this... that clears that, and wouldn't it be good if it lets me take a civilian? But I don't think it does, but we'll... hold on. Let's think about this. If I do this, none of them have their damage prevention stuff anyway out at the moment, right? Is this one? Yeah, because he doesn't have a thingy. So this one's not as thingy, whereas if I get rid of this, this could potentially stop an overflow from happening. Yeah, let's rescue that guy. Although, if he has his turn, he might move here and drop a civilian there. Yeah, he might drop a civilian there, and that would mean that they could finish that off that turn. So let's let's clear this one. Yep. All right. There's pros and cons, but let's do it this way. Okay. Oh, this thing. Yep, there we go. So we have cleared that threat. Let's move it across. Okay, he is now under pressure. Just got to get one more civilian or 4 more thugs, and then he'd be vulnerable. Okay. Alright, what is this? What is this? If the top master plan card is not revealed... Wait, if the top master plan card... Huh? If the top master plan card is not revealed, you may guess it. Oh, okay, so if you haven't done something else previously to... Okay, I'm like, well, why would that be revealed? Okay, sorry. If the top master plan card is not revealed, you may guess if it adds more thugs or civilians, then reveal it. If you guessed right, gain a wild token. Okay. And leave the card revealed. Oh, okay. Oh, we get to reveal the thing and see what he... Oh, he's about to do it anyway, so we're not going to get to, like, plan for it, but still. Otherwise, put it at the bottom of the deck. Oh, okay. Well, now... Well, let's see. What's he done? He's done one... I'm guessing he seems to do a lot of these where it's just, like... the mirrored sort of pattern. So it's either, like, 3 thugs, 1 civilian, and so on. So how many has he put out? He's put... Civilian, civilian, that's 2. Thug, thug. Oh man, so he's done... Okay. So, I was going to say, well, which one has he put more out of? We'll have a go. Alright, well, let's guess... he went civilian, civilian, thug, thug. So if we look at the core of the pattern, maybe he's going civilian, civilian. Alright. Yep. Alright, we'll say civilian. So if there are more civilians... then we gain a token, and then he just has his turn. If not, we put it at the bottom of the deck, he does something different. Okay, well, let's have a look at it, because it's now his turn, right? That's it. 1, 2, 3, yep. Okay, let's have a look at it. You guys can have a look. Maybe it's a completely different card. Maybe he's got like a special ability or something. Oh, no, okay. So hold on, so if you guessed right, gain da-da-da-da. Okay, otherwise put it at the bottom. Okay. Right. But now we have to draw completely again because I guessed wrong. Right. Okay. And what's he going to do instead? He would have landed here. He would have put a token out, which would have been actually very handy. He's probably going to jump over. What's the worst spot he could land in? Maybe this spot or something, or that spot? Okay. What's he doing? He's going to go... Oh, he's going to go to A. Oh, and it's... I guess there's maybe 2... Maybe there's like 2 A's, you know, one with the civilians, one with... So, well, there's one off. There we go. Alright, so... oh, well, I guess that's kind of better because he's putting a civilian right here, I guess. Sort of. Does this work? 1. He goes here to A. Then he bams. His bam is going to hit someone in B. So he's going to hit one of us again. What do we want to lose? We want to lose... I guess Silk will just lose her single punch. So Silk takes a hit. Alright. Good thing we healed. Okay. Then... Remember that we've got a punch here. Then... so Silk takes a hit. Then he's going to put his tokens out. So he's going to put a civilian. Where is he? Here. Oh, that's handy. Thank you. Thank you, Spot. Oh, he's going to put... Oh, no. Okay, so he's going to put 1 out here. That's not handy. And then he's also going to put 1 and 1 of each, right? In this spot. 1, 2. Okay. So we have an overflow here, which means we take a damage on Spider Pump. Oh, no. Well, there don't seem to be a lot of civilians out, so I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm going to keep the search and destroy. I'm going to get rid of Angry Heart. Alright. Bow. Okay. Alright, so... time to get cracking. It is time to make him vulnerable, so let's do it. We've given ourselves a wild. We've got a move, so we can draw a card for Scarlet Spider. I believe it's his turn. Ooh, great power. Alright, 2 punches for each. Oh, for each... Ooh. Interesting. Alright. This could be good. So I've got the single move and punch. What I was thinking was wild, we could rescue. And then we just step in, punch him, because he'll be vulnerable, and that will send him flying off somewhere else using one of his crisis tokens. Start working on those. But, and that would give us a move and punch for Silk, but she's got a punch here, right? And she can always move, but having a double move and punch might be good. But if I do this, I'm still giving her a move. She's already got the punch and she can only really use one anyway, right? So, oh yeah, double punch is not, apart from taking out thugs, right? But if I do this, I could move in, punch. So I could punch a thug, give myself a token. Do I heal if I, any number? Oh no, I've got to get rid of wild tokens to ignore. Okay, so I was going to say I could use it to beef up my defense power, but I can still have the punch token that I'm saving for later, right? So that could be good. That could be real good. I think I might do it. And then I've got a move and a punch for later, potentially. Alright, let's do that. I'm going to use a move. So I'm going to use the wild. That's going to rescue the last civilian that needs to be rescued for the mission. That's going to make him vulnerable. So now we can deal damage to him. Or at least target him. I guess, yeah, you can still target him anyway, right? So I'm going to... sorry, I was over here. So I'm going to move in. Okay, let's do it properly. So yeah, remove that guy. Move in. Then do a single punch to a... what do we call this guy? A thug. Okay. Don't have any tokens there, so I can't use the other one to take out if I can get another token, but let's take a token. And is this... yeah, this is technically at the end of the turn, right? But anyway, we'll do it. Because I know I'm not going to spend that, but I'm going to use the other punch baked into the card there to actually deal a damage to Spot. So instead of dealing a damage to him, then if there are any crisis tokens here when Spot would take a damage, remove 1 crisis token instead. So we're going to pop that over here. Now I wonder if, I have to look at some of the, I wonder if there are some heroes that have crisis token based abilities that say remove 1 crisis token from anywhere. That would be amazing against Spot. Alright, so, or like locations maybe as well. But let's say, so we've done that now. I think he bounces around too, doesn't he? So remove 1 crisis instead and move Spot to the location with the next Spot token in alphabetical order with no hero. So we're in A. So then he wants to go to B, can't do that. So then he goes to C, can't do that. So then he goes to D over here. And he's still within range of Silk. So that's worked out pretty good. Okay, that was pretty good. Now, where have I ended? I've ended over here. If there are at least 2 spaces, so I could fill this up to give myself another punch token. Is it worth it? Stay on target. If I put the 2 out, that's going to overflow if he puts anything there, and then I am taking a hit, so it's not worth it. Now, Silk, do you have enough movement to head over, punch, and then head back again? That would be amazing if you did. No, you don't. Unless you draw something like that. So let's have a look. Please be a movement. She's got tons of movement. She's got tons of movement. Is she going to be able to use it? Let's have a look. What is it? It's no movement. No, it is movement. Alright, so. Oh. Oh no, that doesn't quite work out, does it? That is a bummer. Okay. That is a bummer. Because if I did that, I could step in, punch him, step back, and heal. Problem being that there's no punch on that card, and she doesn't have any punch tokens. So instead, now hold on, she's sitting there. Why hasn't she healed? Oh, she took a hit. That's right. She went there and healed, and then she took another hit. So yeah. Okay, so she's going to go this one, so she can actually contribute to the cause. She's going to step in, live dangerously. She is going to... I want to rescue anyone? Rescue? No. She's got to waste that heroic, unfortunately. She's going to punch Spot, cause him to flee again. He's going to fly over... Oh, where's he going? Sequentially. So, oh, we could actually sort of work this out, can't we? Oh, maybe I should think about this one in terms of like where I'm trying to move to. So if I punch him now, he's going to go to E, which is over here. Alright, not great for old... well, actually, Mr. I can jump anywhere. That's not too bad. Okay, E. Now, if we do punch him, he's going to go to F, which is not great for thingy. But anyway, can't have it all our way, I guess. So, Silk. Yes, we've done that. Spider Dude. She's going to end a turn, do nothing here, because you may discard a card from your hand to gain a punch token, but I don't think we're going to discard a card and KO ourselves to do that, so we won't do that. We'll draw a card for Mr. Seek and Destroy, because I think that's the card he's going to use, unless this is some sort of amazing bargain card. Alright, is it a super deal? It's a move and a punch, which in normal circumstances would not be too shabby, but he's 2 spaces away, so that's not going to work. Is the Seek and Destroy going to help us? I'll have to reread the card, although we do have our webbing. Unfortunately, Silk doesn't have the webbing. She could have used that before, but we could like use that to sort of get a free boost movement, but I think we can get something out of this card. Let's have a look. Although, maybe this is a bit of a waste this turn. Move to any location with a henchman or villain, then punch there. Plus it's got another punch, and we're not starting in his spot. This would be better if we were starting in his spot, but he's not going to start in our spot, is he? Because we're going to hit him and he's always going to jump away. But the problem is if I use it now, I jump in, I get to punch, and he jumps away, and then I've got 2 other punches that aren't really going to help that much. I guess I could sort of like bring down the overflow threat a bit. And also get... Oh, that could heal us actually, couldn't it? If I start punching thugs. That's actually not too bad an idea. Otherwise I was thinking, well, I can save that for another turn where I might be closer to him, or, you know, I might be able to hit him for more than one hit. Because I could do this instead. I could move... Oh no, wait. Oh yeah, move, use the webs, punch him twice. And actually a third time, but actually, you know, punching him twice isn't going to help, is it? But yeah. You know what? This move to any location with a henchman or villain, then punch there. That might be... You know what? We could lose this though, couldn't we? Although... Yeah, because we use this... Did I draw? I drew a card, didn't I? Yeah. I'm just thinking, oh, we save that, but then if we lose this, then it's gone and we don't get to see it again. So let's use it. I was going to say, we could use this now, and then this could be helping us get even further around, but I think we use it, because we can still get pretty far with this. So let's do that. Alright, so we'll go, move to any location with a henchman or villain, then punch there. So, let's, and we've got a punch and a heroic. So let's do that actually first. Let's do a punch and a heroic. So we'll clear that spot there. We'll, there's just another civilian there, that's fine. Then we will fly over here with our movement. We'll use another punch to knock that down. We will punch Mr. spot, he's going to lose another crisis token, so he's got one left, and then he's going to fly over to F, I think E, F, yep. Next one sequentially with no heroes. Draw a master plan, sorry, yeah, with no heroes, yep. Okay, then there's nothing else I can do against him. I could spend my punch. He's about to get a turn, isn't he? Here's the thing, I could spend the punch. He's only got 3 health, so maybe he's not too hard to take down now. So I was thinking, because if I spend the punch, and if my deck is full of like heroics now, I don't really want to be throwing this punch away, but if I use it now while I can, it's a location that if it overflows can hurt us anywhere on the board, so we don't want that, although it would have been good to use it here actually, because this is a bit scary. But we can do that, spend that one, spend that punch token, pop these in here. We've completed our mission, all 3 missions, so that we get to heal, so we're in a bit better spot there. We've got a movement and a punch for Silk. We've got a double star, super helpful, thanks Scarlet Spider, you not very helpful guy. Okay, and what have we got for old Spider-Punk? He's got a move and a punch, alright, he's got tons of options. Alright, he's diversifying here, alright, so, but that's what we want at this stage, right? That's better than old Ben's double heroics. I suppose he could start working on these or something, I guess. Old Ben, what's he going to do? But that was good. We got some healing. We bought some time, I think, there. Not a bad turn, Mr. Spider-Punk. That was pretty cool. He's been a pretty fun one to use, I think. I really liked... Where's Ben's card here? These were cool too. Yeah, they've all got some pretty cool stuff. I like what they can do. Ben's a great responsibility and great power cards are pretty cool. Alright, so... well, Spot... Oh, no! Cheating of the highest order. Hold the phone. Wait a second. Put this one back. Wait a second. Put this one back. Wait a second. Put this one back. Take this. Put it back here. Put this back here, I think, because I actually drew a card at the beginning of the turn. So he's just got... He's just got that. Oh, no. What if we lose that? That's terrible. Then we put one of the... God, I've got to do so much reversing of time. Okay. Where was he? He was over here, right? Punched one guy out. Then he punched another guy out over here. And he punched another one with his punch token. He gets his punch token back at least, I guess. And he jumps back over here and he ends up in this spot. See what I did there? Spot. Because I forgot he's under pressure, so we made him under pressure here, didn't we? So we made him vulnerable here, but he's still under pressure, so he actually gets to go. So all of that good planning for nothing, and hopefully he does not take this card away from me. But hopefully we can get him anyway. We'll see what happens. But that would have been good, like, because we're so many characters are sort of close to taking a hit here. This is that would have been perfect. All right, let's have a look. He is going to go to... Oh, he's going to E. So he's already in E. I think this is good, actually. I think this is good. So... What am I doing? Moving to E. Yeah, okay, so he just goes to E. Then he bams there, he can't do it, so he goes to F. Then he goes to A, and A is who we want to get hit because we want no one to take a KO there. So that's good because the other two are sitting on 1 health. So that's actually not too bad. Alright, cool. So Ben's taken a hit, but he's still kicking on 1. Then... then he's going to put... Oh, now this could hurt though. Is he going to... Oh no, good. Oh man, we got lucky here. So he's going to put 1 here. He's going to put another one here. This is not great because this is a scary location to overflow, but still. He's going to put 2 here. And these are the thug heavy ones. Alright, so he's going to do that. Then Mr. Spider-Punk can do what he was originally going to do, I think. We draw the card, we know he gets that. He's gonna, where is he? He's over, he stays there? Yeah, he doesn't move, does he? Nothing makes him move, because he just does the damage in A, but he doesn't actually move there, does he? Yep, sweet. Okay, so we still do the same. Let's do the same turn. All right, here we go. Bingo. Rewind, so we can flip that back over now. We'll spend that punch. So what was he going to do? He was going to, but let's maybe instead of spending the punch from our card here, let's maybe jump over here. Was there a civilian here? Was that full? I think it might have been actually. I think that might have been full. I hope I haven't cheated somewhere here with this, but I think that was full because I think I did the... Did I do a rescue here maybe? Or was it over here? I can't remember. Alright, but anyway, I'm going to jump over here. Maybe do the... I don't know if there was... Was there a civilian to rescue there or not? Oh, dang it. Alright, well, hopefully that's not going to affect the game. And then I'll do the 1, 2, 3 with the punch. Let's do that. Okay. And then Spot spends his last thingy to go, well not his last one, but like the previous one. He goes back to here. Because I never put the crisis token back when I did all the rewinding there. Everyone gets their cards back, so we've got the double star, we've got the move and punch, and we've got whatever she got, the move and punch. Okay. And now we're ready to go. Now, let's see. And we know he's going to get hit and head to A if we hit him with the... we know he's going to end up here if we hit him with the... While he's got his crisis token. So that's interesting. He's going to be very far away from Mr. Spider-Punk. But the only two people who are... Oh, actually, the only other person who's going to get a turn here is Ben. So he's going to be in a different spot anyway after this, so that's alright. Alright, we've got 2 health, 2 health, 2 health. Let's go... let's go... Ben. Okay. So we've got a punch. You can move and punch. This is a bit of a waste actually with the... Oh, sorry, it's not his turn. It's this one. Oh, actually, hold on. Oh no, we need a move and punch, don't we? Because the heroic's not going to work. Alright, because we need 2 movement. He needs to go 1, then flip his web shooters, swing into action. Woohoo! Over he goes. There we go. Toy factor, 100%. Now, he's going to use the move. He's got plus his web shooters to get the 2 spaces. He may as well punch on the way because he's not going to be able to do the extra punch, right? So let's punch in this space since it's a you can't escape space. And we'll put that over there. And we'll do the single punch. That will get rid of his last crisis token. So now I believe... If there are any crisis tokens here when spots will take damage, remove 1 crisis token instead and move him. Okay, now I believe since he has none of these left, I think he's sort of running out of like portal juice, I guess, and he's going to be easier to track down. I think is how that works. So yeah. I wonder if Mr. Scarlet Spider... No, we should keep this just in case, because we've only got this card here, so maybe we need to keep... I was thinking, oh, maybe I could just spend this, because are we going to have another turn with Scarlet Spider, or is it going to be over by then? Are we going to finish him off with these guys? But just in case, we'll keep that one there. I was just thinking we could like lower the overflow threat a little bit. Alright, so that is happening. So we've got movement, we've punched a couple of thugs, and we... Sorry, not a couple of thugs, we punched 1 thug, and we punched Spot. So Spot is going to move to A, I think. He goes from F, yep, to A. Alright, so he ends up over here. And that's the end of our turn. We ended here. You know, you can't escape Spot. There's no benefit for ending there, so that is our turn. We've flipped that over. We would need to spend a token, so we could spend this action token to get our webbing back as well. That's another option too, depending on what we... At the beginning of your turn, I wonder, does that mean, do we get to flip the card first or not? That's an interesting thing about the beginning of turn. What is the beginning of turn and what's that window like? Is it before you've drawn a card? Is it before you've played your card? Interesting. Alright, but all a moot point because it is Spot's turn. He's demanding to have another turn, so he's going to go. He's under pressure. Alright, I hope I haven't messed up too many other rules or things. We know that potentially this should be over here for overflow purposes. It might fill that up a bit quicker, but it also means this could overflow a bit faster too. He's going to go to B. He's like, oh man, it's a bit worn out, so he can't travel as far. He's just going to hoof it over to here. He's going to try and bam there. Then he's going to hit C. Then he's going to hit D. So he's hitting Silk. And then he's going to put a bunch of stuff out. He's putting 1, 2, and what is it? Stugs. He's putting 1 here. Yep. And he's going to put 1 more over here, I think. Yes, I think that's right. Okay, put that down there. We've got a damaged Silk. Well, I guess in this stage the name. Oh, here we go. He's going to be on the ropes for sure. I think we've got him because we'll get rid of. We know we've got a move and a punch. So well, look, let's take that hit. We know Silk's about to have the next turn. We know that there's a movement here, so she can't use her super movement, but like she's got a movement anyway. So let's draw a card, see what she gets. Oh my. Well, there you go. Oh man, I kind of wanted Spider-Punk to do the business, but 1, 2. Has he got his web shooter still? Should we set him up for the combo? Combo? Because Silk could do it. She's got a move and 2 punches, so she could, and she's got a punch here. He's got 3 health. So as far as I can tell, he doesn't have anything else where he jumps away now, so she could just jump in and go bam, 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 take him down. Alright, Spot, so long, sucker. Alright, so that's something she could do. But, is she a team player? To be honest, looking at that picture, I don't think she is. But I don't really know anything about her, but I know that Spider-Punk wants to have his moment of glory. So, what she's going to do instead is she is going to play this one. She's going to move. She's going to punch twice. Yep. Good thing we got rid of those. Well, good thing we had this healing spot. I think that's helped us in the game. She's going to punch twice to take 2 health off him. And then she's going to congratulate herself. She's going to... Oh, you know what? Actually, no, I take it back. She's going to use her special card. She's going to punch him twice. She's also going to punch out this thug, because you don't want anyone prowling around the Parker residence. That's very sacred ground for the spider folks. So we'll put that over there. And then she's going to leave him on 1 health. And I think we've got enough movement to get to him. Oh, no, we don't. If she doesn't... Uh-oh, hold on. Oh, yes, we do. Yeah, because he's still got his movement. And so even if she doesn't give him the movement, he's got his web shooters. I think he's fine. Yeah. So we do that. She's going to heal. Boom, boom. She gets her silk sense back. Okay. There you go. So she can really heal up. All right. So, or yeah, defend herself. Now Spider-Punk is going to go next. He gets to draw a card. He gets a heroic. That's not what's going to help him though. He's going to play this move and punch. He's going to swing into action. He gets a single movement. Over he goes. Then he's going to use his web shooters. Okay, very thematic right at the end here. He's going to swing into action and he's going to use his double punch. He only needs one of them to take down Spot. So sorry, Spot, you put up a good fight. You're bouncing around there. Certainly keeping us on our toes. I think the thing that kept us in there was really managing trying to keep our health back up. So hopefully I didn't make any mistakes there. Hopefully everything was hunky-dory with the way we did things there. But I feel like we did a pretty good job of like prioritizing keeping ourselves alive, still doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that, like consistently sort of moving this along. And yeah, he hits you every turn, doesn't he? But he only hits you for a little bit usually. But we saw there were a couple of turns there, so you really had to keep an eye on managing, like working through these, clearing these really quickly, clearing these. And I think there was some really I think the other thing too, which really helped, was there are a lot of cards in these ones here that sort of like do a bunch of damage. And because we weren't saving these up to hit him hard, that's interesting too, because you don't have to worry about sort of having like a big hitting card for taking him down all in one go at the end, because you know you're going to be doing a little bit of piecemeal stuff to him for that phase through his crisis tokens, if I'm getting that right too. You can use these sort of big hitting cards where you sort of clear a bunch of threat civilian and thug tokens. You can use those to really sort of clear through this, and we were able to sort of power through both of these pretty quickly, whilst also sort of working on the threats as well. So that was interesting. Yeah, but yeah, good fun. I liked all the here. I liked the way they played. I like, and we even didn't really get to show off some of what made, I feel like specifically Scarlet Spider and Silk, some of their starting hand card type things, we didn't really get to show those off to too much of a degree. So, but I still felt like even without that, like you still got to see what they can do. Like Silk still got to show off her movement card. She's got a couple of these like just symbol heavy sort of cards, which are pretty handy, nice and just standard, pretty easy to use. And Scarlet Spider's like double punch and double heroic, they were pretty good too. And yeah, this one over here, I wonder, because it says, you know, there was that one card we had where we gained, what was it, this one? We gained a bunch of, but it's only you gain one. So, oh, hold on. Oh, I misread that, didn't I? I think I read it correctly the first time, and then when I reread the card quickly, I didn't. I think I only gave myself one wild token, but I think we rescued 2 civilians, so we should have, because it's for each civilian rescued, you get a wild token. So I think we should have had 2, because I was wondering, it doesn't seem like you get a lot of wild tokens just generated by himself to then be able to spend on this thing. So I'm like, oh, is that really that good? But does he have any other cards in his deck that let him do that? I suppose otherwise you're relying on like teammates like Captain America and things like that, you know, someone in his team that can feed him wild tokens. But anyway, well, there you go. Yep. That's Spider-Geddon for you. Really great to sort of finally get my hands on a copy. Yeah, super enjoyed it. So great work to the CMON team, Andrea, and all the folks behind the rules there. I don't know if Eric Lang is still working on this, but props for, you know, the original idea as well. And yeah, just great stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed the game. I hope you had fun sort of seeing how Spot works. I'm sure there's probably a few other channels that have had some playthroughs and stuff over the last few months and stuff, but if you hadn't seen Spot before, hopefully that was good fun as well, and oh yeah, I really enjoyed using him. He was great. I think the next one I'm really looking forward to diving into in terms of the Spider folks is Superior Spider-Man. I like the idea of how you're sort of competing with him to do the missions and that sort of thing. That seems like a lot of fun, so really looking forward to that one. So you might see that on the channel at some point soon. I definitely also want to keep featuring the homebrew stuff as well. I don't want to sort of like completely drop that, or drop it at all. Actually, there's so much stuff we want to do with that. So I'm really close to sort of putting up the rules so people can check out Balrog from Street Fighter, the boxer. So yeah, just got to do a little bit more play testing on him. I think just a few different play accounts. I've done mostly 2 and 3 play accounts. I just want to sort of try it out a little bit more on 3 and maybe try out some more 4 player stuff. But hopefully I'll be able to show him off soon. So if you're following the Marvel versus Capcom, Street Fighter sort of heroes and villains I've been putting up there, that'll be another one for you guys to check out. And don't forget, Big Head Chibis are putting out a range of those models too, so you can actually have your Street Fighter figures on the board and do your Marvel vs. Capcom fights, amongst other really cool stuff. They're putting out the Brute Force stuff as well. I want to showcase some of the My Hero Academia stuff really soon, because Nelly's putting out a bunch of great villains and heroes for that too. So I'll probably do another print run, because I'm now that I'm sort of printing them in the proper quality cards and stuff. I don't want to sort of double handle and sort of like print them out in paper as well, and sort of be spending money on both. So I'll probably just wait till I get a few more of those coming in, and then we'll showcase those. Same with Kanji's villains, and probably want to showcase more of Dave's stuff as well, some of his heroes and that sort of thing as well. And Helios 23, there's a bunch of really cool One Piece stuff that we've got in the works as well, so I want to showcase some more of his stuff as well. And there's a bunch of new folks sort of jumping in as well, getting involved with the homebrew, so welcome to those guys, and yeah, keep up the good work. Martin V, I think it is, put up a great sort of multi-villain fight with the classic Wolverine villains of Sabretooth and Lady Deathstrike and Omega Red, I think it is. That's really fun as well. So lots of really cool stuff there too. I don't know how soon or if I'll get any or all of that stuff shown on the channel, but definitely go and check it out for yourself if you're interested in that stuff as well. And we had a really fun chat with Nelly Nell the other day, designer behind a great number of different homebrews as well. So, and he's been putting up a bunch of stuff, and his roommate Norlith is putting out a bunch more stuff as well. So he's been inspired to jump back into the homebrew stuff. Yeah, so that's really cool. But I'd like to do a few more of those sort of chats as well if you guys enjoyed those. So look for some chats, maybe more with Andrew Fantasia hopefully. So Andrew, if you're listening, we've got to think of another topic and we can have another chat. Definitely want to catch up with the amazing duo of Kanji and Dave, and talk to them about their efforts with the homebrew stuff and the different projects they're working on, and of course Helios 23. Just like an entire Kickstarter's worth of One Piece stuff and some great things there. So I definitely want to sort of like talk to him and get his insights into his homebrew sort of process and what he goes through and how he works on it and stuff. We've got a few things in the work where he's, I don't know how helpful I'm being actually. I feel like I'm not giving him much, many good ideas, but we've got some things we're sort of working on together there, sort of thing as well. So, but he's doing a great job with that too. So anyway, lots of good stuff going on. Tons of fun stuff coming our way with the Marvel United, the Spider-Geddon set, and all the other things as well. Don't forget the Marvel United Spider-Geddon giveaway is, so I'll keep this up hopefully till the weekend. So hopefully this video will be up about midweek sort of thing, and then we'll let you go. But I'll let you guys know via the YouTube, like the community page, when I'm going to sort of like finish up the thing. So I'll give you at least a few days to sort of jump on board with the giveaway there. So yeah, good luck everyone with that, and we'll see you on the next one. Maple Monkey out. See you guys.